Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, today we got plenty of Miami Heat content to go over today. And if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, smash that subscribe button. We upload every single day. Today's officially day 90 out of 365 days, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So, I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much. You guys absolutely mean the world to me. We're officially 20 subs away from 5,000. So, continue to keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Once again, and let's get back in today's video. Now, before we do break down this Miami Heat versus the Wizards game, we do got some news on Andrew Wiggins, and it's not good news at all. So head coach Eric Spoelstra did talk about it, and he says, asked today about Andrew Wiggins' hamstring potentially being back sooner rather than later. Spoelstra says, I don't have any timetable on it, but he's definitely making some progress. Asked if Wiggins will be back by the end of the regular season, Spoelstra says, I don't have an update. Now, this is very, very concerning to me because Andrew Wiggins, ever since he got here, he only played 15 games and he has dealt with several different injuries. We desperately need Wiggins if we're gonna make the playoffs this year, and that's what it looks like. What's going to happen? And we need him in the playing games, right? If we stay at the 10th seed, we got to win 2 games. We do. You know what I mean? And so hamstring injuries are nothing to joke around with at all. Like they're concerning, especially when you get a little bit older. And I'm not saying um, Wiggins is super, super old. I mean, he's only 30 years old. But like if when people say, oh, we have no timetable right now, that's not good. And what I'm going to show you on the screen right here is just a little background. So it says hamstring injuries recovery time varies greatly depending on the severity of the strain. While mild strain is grade 1, hailing a few days to a couple of weeks. So if this is a grade 1, it can do from a few days to a couple of weeks. We only got a couple of weeks left in the season, right? Now, if it's a grade 2, it could take up to 4 to 8 weeks. Grade 3 can require months of recovery and potentially surgery. So whatever it is not looking good at all for Andrew Wiggins. It's not. It's really not. And this really sucks because I personally think this season is it's gonna be depending if he's gonna stay with his team or not. Like, is he gonna be a trade piece or is this gonna be like a player that is gonna be a long-term piece? And he just hasn't been healthy with this Miami Heat team. So there's a good chance Andrew Wiggins might be out for the rest of the season with this injury right here. Like I said, when coaches say he's making some progress, he's probably just doing little things, but he doesn't have an update on this. And this is scary. It really is, because the thing about Andrew Wiggins was he was playing his best basketball. I mean, he put up 42 against the Hornets and 30 against the Rockets efficiently. 72 points in the last 2 games. And then after that, he had 10 and 16, which wasn't the greatest, but defensively, he was great. So we're gonna see what happens, man. I'm a little concerned. I'm definitely concerned. Let me know what you guys think about this. So prayers up for Andrew Wiggins, and also we're gonna talk about it. So the Heat entered today as the number 10th in the East, right? Tied with the Bulls. The Bulls lost a tiebreaker, so they're 2.5 games out of the 8th seed, 3 out of the number 7th seed. So tied for the 10th, number 10 in lottery. If number 8 Orlando closes 4-3, Heat would need to go 8-0 to get number 7, the number 7 seed. If number 7 Atlanta closes 4-4, then the Miami Heat need to close out 8-0. So these are different scenarios the Miami Heat are going to deal with if they're trying to get that top 6, top 7, kind of move from 6 to 10 at the moment. And with no Andrew Wiggins, like I said, it is concerning. But that is a little update if you guys didn't know what's going on with that. Also, and he kind of broke it down too. It says the Miami Heat have the 4th easiest schedule remaining. The Hawks have the 7th. Well, the Hawks have the 5th. The Magic have the 15th, and the Bulls have the 8th. Miami's only 3 games back from Atlanta at 7. What seed do you see the Heat finishing at the end of the regular season? Once again, let me know in the comment sections. What seed do you see this Miami Heat team finishing? Like I said, we might not have Wiggins for the rest of the year. That might be the regular season, could be the postseason. We'll see what happens with that. But either way, the team's playing good, and we're currently on that 4-game win streak. Now, this is interesting, right? So the Heat page posted this, and it says regular season is winding down. Postseason's around the corner. Sign up for early access for tickets. Now, mind you, they posted this, I believe, like 2 weeks ago. And that's when we was like on a 1-win streak, or maybe even like a week ago or so. Like this team is like confident that we're going to the postseason. Like postseason doesn't mean we're in the play-in. Like postseason means we're in the playoffs. So this Twitter page, the Miami Heat Twitter page, is funny. Like they're posting this frequently. Like, yo, listen, get your tickets, get your tickets. We're going to the postseason. So maybe they know something that we don't know. But I thought this was hilarious. And if you read the comments, they're like, postseason, what? Question mark? Huh? So let me know what you guys think about that. And then lastly, this keeps getting discussed. It says Kenny Perkins thinks Ja Morant's future with the Memphis Grizzlies is murky and that he's auditioning for a new team. So if you guys didn't know, they did fire Taylor Jenkins, and supposedly they fired him because Ja didn't like the offense that they were running. And so if that's the case, it doesn't make sense what Perkins is saying here, right here. Like if they're firing Jenkins because Morant didn't like the offense, wouldn't it be the opposite? They kept Jenkins and let go of Ja. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and misreading this, but Perkins thinks he knows what he's talking about. Now, obviously, Ja, I think there is questions about Ja. Like, is he staying with this team? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the one that like said maybe we should trade for Ja, but more and more I watch him, I don't want him on the Miami Heat at all. Like, I just not really a big fan of it. Lately, his efficiency is not the greatest. Not a great 3-point shooter. Hasn't played much games due to injuries. 9 last year, 44 this year. Throughout his career, hasn't even touched 70 games. The dude's only 25 years old, so that's concerning. I mean, there's nights where he could put up 44, 8, and 7, but then there's nights he's putting up 22, but he's 9 for 23, 1 for 5, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. So I'm not really the biggest fan of Ja Morant. Like I said earlier, I was, but I personally don't want him on this Miami Heat team. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you want Ja Morant? Is he a trade target for the Miami Heat during the offseason? Because I feel like we desperately got to make a move if we want to improve this team. So we'll see what happens with that. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to be a big question mark depending how far they go in this year's postseason. And lastly, what we are going to talk about is this Heat and Wizards game, which can push us to a 5-game win streak. Like I said, we're 33-41. At this point, we should be able to win this game. I mean, they have no Sadiq Bey, they have no Malcolm Brogdon, no Chris Middleton, no Anthony Gill, and no Keyshawn George. So they're missing majority of their players. For us, no Duncan Robinson, no Wiggins, no Love, and Jovic. Game time decision for Alec Burks. And we have a 65% chance of winning this game to their 34. Obviously, this will be a big win because then when we look at the standings, which I'm going to show on the screen, so if we win this game, we'll be, 34-41. And I'm going to pop it up on the screen right here for you guys so you guys can see. As you see right here. Yeah, so we'll be 34-41, which I believe will pass the Chicago Bulls, and then we'll be the 9th seed. And then obviously we'll be trying to get to this 8th seed if it's somehow, some way it's possible. But let me know what you guys think about today's video. Once again, continue to keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And your boy's out.